Welcome to Stardust Stereo. I'm Parker McVinney. I'm your host. Today's the 25th of December, year 2024. It is Christmas. I would like to wish you all a merry, happy Christmas, happy holidays, however you call it. I'd also like to say happy birthday, Jesus. Christmas 2024 is all about give and take, because yesterday on the 24th we had a Jupiter square Saturn transit in the sky. Jupiter is currently retrograde, Saturn is going direct, and they are in a 90-degree relationship, a square, which indicates a little bit of adjustment. Jupiter being the expansion planet, Saturn being the constricting planet. It's like, how do I give? When do I take? Where's the balance? It's about finding that balance between receiving and giving. And I would also add, it's the balance between finding humor in the delays, since it is the holiday season. Now, this particular Jupiter square Saturn transit is quite convoluted because Jupiter's in Gemini, Saturn's in Pisces. Both of those are mutable modes, which characterizes it as like a bumblebee that just keeps traveling around trying to find the nectar. So you too have to travel around and try to find the nectar this week of Christmas, not just today, but through the next week, because this transit with slower moving planets, Jupiter and Saturn, will have a lasting effect. Mercury in the sky will square Saturn, and it will oppose Jupiter. So therefore, it creates what we call a T-square, which is a crowbar, which makes things happen with effort. So that T-square, which will be manifesting on the 26th, Boxing Day in England, we might actually see a little bit of the other definition of boxing on Boxing Day. Try to keep your opinions in a blanket of humor. Don't take things too seriously if you can help it. Learn to laugh at yourself. Tell stories in the family, if you're with the family, that have the humor, and also how we have developed resilience in our family over a period of time. I'm sure everybody has those stories in their family history. It's also an incredible period in which service to others can actually bring you joy. One interesting little tidbit that I noticed with Jupiter square Saturn is that enrollment in universities may take a drop. The immigration story is going to change, especially in the country of the United States of America. And on this Christmas day, the moon is in Scorpio. And Scorpio always takes itself seriously. That's why infusing within yourself the joys of humor could really help you get through the next couple of days. If you are traveling, take a good book. You're going to need it. There will be delays. We have another transit that is soon going to be exact. Traveling through the sky, Mars, which is currently retrograde, is at 3 degrees Leo. That's very individualistic. It is moving to be in an opposition to Pluto, which is all about the masses. This is a power-hungry, control-freak transit. And it will be acting out early. It comes into exact on the second day of the new year. But we're going to see power plays happening right now. I can only beg of you to do a power play and how much love you can pour into the world. Can you take your love, mantra, action, deed, and out-love the next person? So if you're going to be competitive on the level that you can love all humanity. This is a most difficult transit coming up, and I am sorry to give you this news on Christmas Day, but I'm giving it to you as a forewarning because we will see it act out before its exactitude on the 2nd of January 2025. We also had a Mars opposition Pluto on November 3rd, 2024, right before the USA election. So this is happening again, but it is now in different signs. Then it was Mars in Cancer opposed Pluto in Capricorn. Now, like I said, it is Mars in Leo opposed Pluto in Aquarius, and the individualistic against the masses. So one way this can play out, and I've already seen it in my day-to-day, individuals harbor so much underneath anger that they act out in public places that anger. So anger always masks something underneath it. And the underneath can be hurt, it can be disappointment, it can be a sense of hopelessness, and those all get fueled into wanting to grab power and lash out because one feels powerless. Now this Scorpio moon that occurred in the wee hours today of Christmas Day, Christmas morning, would have activated that position already. And so if you perceive simmering anger amongst your family members, pull out that joke, pull out the extra hug, give them another dish of something that will calm them down, whatever their favorite food is. And I would also encourage to go low on the alcohol. I know holiday times are a period in which many people pull out that mind-altering substance, but unfortunately, using alcohol to numb oneself will fuel this particular aspect. On a positive note, that Scorpio moon today will make a lovely sextile to the sun, which is in Capricorn, and we want to grab that energy and spread it all around. So, just to recap, today, tomorrow, and the next week, simmering energies are going to reach a boiling point. We can downplay them, turn off the fuel by adding humor to our repertoire of stories, and exercise. I didn't mention exercise. With Mercury in Sagittarius, it's an excellent way to take that competitive vibration of the T-square and have family sports, pickleball, tennis, kickball, soccer, doing yoga. Family goes outside on the patio, if you have one, and does some stretching to diffuse the energy. Use your muscle mass to channel that very complicated and often frustrating T-square into feeling good about reaching a goal, which is to move your body and move your consciousness closer to harmony, humor, and health. So take the 3 H's, harmony, humor, and health, and have yourself a very Merry Christmas. I'd like to take this moment to thank my patrons. You know who you are. If you become a patron on patreon.com/ParkerMcP, you will get these podcasts right when they are produced, hot off the mic. If not, They go out to the public a few days later. Since it's a time-sensitive subject matter, the cosmos is always moving. I encourage you to think about becoming a patron. They're very reasonable rates. And I also want to remind you, you are made of stardust. So go shine.